is ICBA's operating chairman and has been a partner of 13 years at the Jean Bruneau credit insurance brokerage firm, ICBA France. Previously, Emmanuel was a senior risk underwriter for 6 years at Euler Hermes. This is a returning home of sorts for Emmanuel. He did his graduate studies at the University of Chicago. The purpose of his visit is to strengthen relationships with current ICBA clientele and develop new relationships. That is how IRC came to know Emmanuel, through our membership in 2004. Welcome, Emmanuel. What is the International Credit Brokers Alliance?
It's an organization that put together all the most specialized credit insurance brokers worldwide.
When was it started?
It was started about 10 years ago. Some people were used to work together with some bilateral agreement, but 10 years ago we really set up a structure to fix the rules for everybody, based basically by three founders, which were France, Belgium, and Germany.
Okay, and what was the purpose of starting ICBA?
Well, the purpose was to help people to work together with this globalization environment and meet the demand of the most global clients.
Congratulations, ICBA has celebrated its 10th anniversary. How is the organization celebrating this momentous milestone?
More than celebrating, the most important point is the 10th anniversary. We're in a world where people need consistency, and being the same team working together since 10 years has great value for clients. I think that's the point more than celebration.
In the past 10 years, how has the organization grown?
Well, we started 3 members 10 years ago. We're Belgium, Germany, and France. We are now 15 members present in 25 countries all over the world. And I think, well, we're pretty in all the places where we want to be, even if we're still looking at some more places.
When you look at the list of countries that are part of the ICBA, one wonders sometimes, why these countries?
Well, first of all, there are the largest credit insurance markets. We definitely need to be there, and I mean, no surprise in that. And also, you need to find the right person. So you have to open a country the day you know with whom you can make it.
Right. How does that work with 19 different languages?
As you know, in business, there is one language, we call it the Globish. You know, Globish is this English that the people speak from all over the world. They can come from Vilnius or from China or from wherever they come. They all speak this language. But the fact is that it works. It's like in the Bible, for the people who know the Bible, it's like the Babel Tower. It works because people look in the same direction. So then you can understand each other, and as long as you share the same value, that's fine. And the language is not the main issue.
Okay. What are the qualifications for being a member in ICBA?
Of course, you need to be specialized in credit insurance and have a strong position on your market. But again, you know, one of the key points is to share the value of ICBA, to be able to integrate the team, and to be, I will say, in a world, be generous. You know, one of your American presidents say, don't ask what ICBA can do for you. Ask yourself what you can do for ICBA. That's what we wait for members.
That's a great way to put it. Emmanuel, why would a company that is involved with international trade want to work with ICBA?
Where we have a unique position on the market. We call it the global strategy.
Okay.
I mean, our main competitors act as a global player, and some others are too small in terms of size. Being local means you can fit a global need and an international need, but you really emphasize and insist on the value of the local culture, understanding, language, approach, psychology. I mean, all those things. That's, you know, you can't make a global project successful if your local team doesn't share them.
Correct. That's a very good point. So is that how it works? Is that how companies find ICBA? How do they get in touch with an ICBA member?
Mainly through one of our existing clients that recommend us and want to extend its program or its existing contract. But as well, I mean, we came to the point where we have a strong reputation on the market. So, you know, when there is like a beauty contest, we call it, or bid on the markets, they're probably going to call us to be part of that with the 2-3. As we are in the top 4 in the market, you know, they're going to include us in this kind of bid.
An ICBA client can save money by working with an ICBA member.
Hope so.
Well, that's what we've heard. How would that work? How can they benefit?
I would say that, again, if we were to compare with our competitors will propose their clients to reduce the price of their contracts. To us, reducing the price is not the priority, as it's easy to do in credit insurance. You just raise deductible or reduce percentage of cover or whatever. Our goal is to reduce the cost. The cost of the bad debt that hurts company. That means you need to be much more an entrepreneur, be close to the client, and share with them all their problems related to receivables. And that's our added value. We really want them to save cost on the problems created by non-payments.
Is the typical solution for a company a multi-buyer or single buyer policy? How would you approach it, a company's needs?
Well, of course, we have to do tailor-made solutions. It's very much depends on the expectation of our clients. But also, I would say that due to the crisis we just met, the question is not only anymore whether a risk should be covered or not covered by an insurer. It's sometimes we go more and more towards solution which is sharing the risk via syndication and some new solutions that were not existing before. So that's also where the market is going now.
Okay, and when you're doing syndications, do you feel that it's the cross-border syndications are a little more difficult to navigate through?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen, let's talk about the crisis a minute again, that the crisis didn't hurt all the same countries the same way. So the risk appetite is not the same worldwide at the same time. And we need to use those opportunities and bring those value of mixing different offers, international offers, rather than just going for a local solution. Yeah.
And for viewers that are new to this industry, what does that mean? Things like syndication or other solutions that you bring to the table?
Again, sharing the risk more than it used to be in the past. People were too much in a kind of bilateral solution, like I sell or I don't sell. I can go or I can't go. And again, one of the options in the future would be, I will go but not alone. I need somebody to help me and support me.
Right.
And that's what we're going to help people.
We hear a lot nowadays about supply chain management and supply chain financing structures. How can ICBA help facilitate?
I mean, as we said, being experts in receivable is very closely related and tied to finance. So those solutions are also products that are developed on the market. And one of the, as you said, we're cross borders, so finance doesn't have global regulations worldwide. So people need help to, let's take an example, you may have some US GAAP in the US, where in Europe you will have the IFRS norms. So people want some help and support to understand how can we match all these together and make it work together. So that's where we can bring value on that.
Jean Bunot, one of ICBA's founders, once said that we're not just gathering stones, we're trying to build a cathedral. So where do you see ICBA in the next 10 years?
Well, ICBA is very much under two influences. The old European style, as we said in the NATO, that is familiar to build cathedrals for centuries. And then you have the energies of continents like America or Asia and Pacific that help seeing to the Europeans, hey guys, you're building one cathedral, but we can maybe do 3 or 4 at the same time if you just hurry up a little bit.
Yeah.
So those both influences are very strong, and I don't know exactly where we're going to stop because altogether it's very efficient.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Thanks, Afros, my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for spending the time with us here. It's been very informative. To learn more about the International Credit Brokers Alliance, please be sure to visit www.icba-online.com and be sure to stay tuned for more interesting topics brought to you by International Risk Consultants. This is Afroz Ali. Until next time.